What's up, guys? Hope everybody's having a great Sunday. And yeah, man, I just want to do a little wrap up of the Arizona pay per view last night. Man, incredible. Both pay per views, or not pay per views, actually, Louisiana State was just a freebie that Brad ended up doing, Brad Cook. So that was amazing too, man. I mean, there was a little delay on some of it, but I mean, it was really great. Overall, it's awesome being able to see these live streams. The pay per view for the Arizona State was great, man. Great quality video. Sound, I think we need to work on sound. I mean, sound's it's tricky. You couldn't hear the after interviews as far as it being on the video. Maybe you could hear it there. I'm not sure, but maybe I think it's really hard to have great audio. Maybe you bring the winners over, like Michael Todd did, over to the desk and have them sit down and talk afterwards. That might be a simple solution to that, but overall, man, great coverage, great matchups. It was amazing, man. I was really excited about this whole card. Started off Artem and Coach Ray, left-handed, and I thought Artem would have I picked him to win the left hand match, and he won the first match, I think. And then Coach Ray just took over. So, yeah, Coach Ray, man, he dominated really both arms, And, it's funny because I think Artem might have been partying too much. He just looked really high. Maybe Coach Ray wasn't as high. Maybe I was as high watching it too. So, I don't know, man. It just, I think those late tournaments, not late over there, but late for us. You're still on the East Coast time. It's 10 o'clock. You're getting ready to pull super matches, and all day, you're fucking around, whatever. So that's the challenge of competing, is when you get into town, you gotta be disciplined and not get too fucked up. But yeah, man, that was a great matchup, and it's good to see these guys coming over from overseas and pulling in tournaments over here, because it gives people an opportunity. Coach Ray actually pulled the I think whatever class 205 or whatever class they had. He ended up winning the left too and pulled the Superman, so it's pretty impressive. Great endurance. Wayne Withers, Don Underwood. That was a good matchup. Don found a lane. Almost took Wayne's hand in the strap. But Wayne, just dominant hand control, and ended up just dominating this match, which is how I had it picked. I thought Wayne would be the favorite in that match, but Don's a beast, and it's good to see him back pulling. Really getting competitive again, and I think we're gonna see big things from him. He's just getting started with this comeback. So Paul and Robbie started off great for Paul, crushing side pressure. But Robbie ended up making a transition, and finding a good lane with back pressure. And he ended up dominating that matchup after the first match. Paul looked like he was gassed. And I think these guys are just, sometimes they're too heavy. I feel like Robbie, he's always been pretty solid. And he, wasn't up there sweating really, wasn't out of breath, really composed. Paul looked like, and not that Paul usually looks like he's in a battle anyway, but he just looked like he was tired. I don't know. He pulled the tournament and he won right-handed. And I don't know if that, drains you. I feel like it does. I mean, your central nervous system gets whacked in a tournament, and then you're pulling super matches later on in the evening. So, I mean, that's a tricky thing to do. I always end up seeing people that pull super matches and go into tournaments, especially if they have like a war like him and Robbie did. I just think that it doesn't help them in a tournament situation, or if your late night super matches are after the tournament. I think that's a bad idea. I think you should really just focus on the super match or whatever is most important. But I figure a super match would be most important. That's why you have them, hence the word super match. So. But yeah, man, that was a great matchup. Robbie's a stud, man, and that was a great battle. Man, the battle that I was looking forward. This was the match I was looking forward to. This and the Giannis and Corey match was very interesting to me. But Brett and Adam, man, I was really interested in that match. I talked to Adam about a month ago. I did a podcast with him. You can check it out on the channel. And we talked about, his training and how he had lost to Brett 6 months before that. I think maybe in a tournament. I don't think it was in a super match. But and then 6 months later, you see Adam totally dominating this matchup. I mean, Brett could not get out of the hook. He got sunk in. Adam was just holding. And you think like the last match, you think, oh man, this is just, it's a battle. But Adam's just holding, and just waiting to drain you. And then boom, to the side. Like, that kid is phenomenal. I know firsthand, competing with him. And for his weight, like 205, 200, whatever, floating around that area. I mean, that's the weight class that I'm interested in getting to. I feel like that would be a perfect fit for me, not only health-wise, just to be fitter and smaller, but also I think I can compete in that class. And pulling Adam, I realized what I need to do next time in a match with him. So, it's just interesting to me. That whole class, phenomenal. I mean, that 200 class. I mean, you got, Daniel Mosier, Craig Tillier, Dallas Langston. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, there's so many people. So, so that was a great battle. Adam really came into his own, really totally dominating that match. He ended up flashing Brett, and I don't know why they repulled. I mean, he won clear. He flashed him. The ref called it. I didn't watch the videotape. It was an early start, but I think when arm wrestlers contest shit and the ref already said that he won, like, what's it to prove? Like, honestly, if Brett would have won that match and then he would have ended up, like, say, tiring Adam out and winning, that would have been a shitty way to lose, man. I mean, I just think that, you can't let the competitor dictate what the ref's decisions are. And Adam, the true savage that he is, he fucking did it again and won. And gave him another shot and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna smash you again." So, but for me, I would have just walked away, man. Walked away, won 3-0. Instead of 4-0, because he really won 4-0. Pulled another match. You get cocked in. I get it with the elbow fouls and shit, but a pin like that, total domination right off the go. So. Anyway, that's just me, man. I just think that, you win the match, dude. Why pull again? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But Adam, man, did it, and he held him there and smashed him. So good for him, man. That was a total domination. He is here to rule that class. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next year or so with some of these other guys. I like to see, Adam pull Dan Mosier or Craig Tillier. I like to see that matchup. I think that's the next stage. And, we saw Craig pulling at Louisiana State, man, crushing it. I mean, he beat Dan Mosier. I'm not sure how he did in the tournament. Maybe he won. I don't know. I don't know who won that 242 class. But that was another great event, and that class, man, that 200-pound class is freaking crazy. It's crazy. So one of the most exciting matches of the tournament the event was the ladies match, man, which you had Paige Williamson and Nancy Nations, man. And I had Nancy winning this match, and to be honest with you, I didn't even recognize Paige off the poster because she wears a mask or a bandana on her face when she pulls. And I didn't realize that's who the girl was because I saw her at Worlds and I saw her in a few tournaments because it's easy to remember. She had a bandana on her face. It's easy to remember. I'm not real big on women's arm wrestling, but, it's easy to remember her. And she was killing everybody. So when I saw this and I was like, oh shit, it's Paige Williams, sorry. I was like, shit, this is going to be a really interesting match. And Nancy, man, she's big, strong, very technical, and has a lot of experience. And in the first match, we saw Paige, really just smash through Nancy. Nancy was like shocked. And I thought maybe a little discouraged, maybe. I think like maybe we thought, oh, Paige is just going to run through Nancy. But Nancy went over and whatever Mark Owens, her coach, said to her, made the changes to get in the strap and top roll, take hand control. I mean, the second match was amazing. Nancy came back, won that match, like I said, in the strap. And then she found that lane and then totally dominated the match after that. And it was really awesome to see, man, and exciting, man. It's like last night watching the UFC, the women's fighting, man, it's freaking crazy. They steal the show most of the time. They're just phenomenal. They just leave it all on the cage, all on the table. It's crazy, man. It's really interesting how savage these females are, man, when they're pulling and stuff. And then the last match, man, we saw Giannis and Corey Miller. Been wanting to see this match for a long time. These guys, phenomenal. Corey, no surprise, first match right off the got the pin. And then, Giannis just made adjustments, man. Made adjustments. Stopped the hit and, through back pressure and up pressure, rising up and ended up stopping Corey, taking control of the match and, once again, totally dominating the match once it stopped. And, this was one of these cards where you saw people that might have won the first match, then there was adjustments made and you really saw a lot of different techniques used. And it was really good because, a lot of times, and I fall into this trap where you think that you're just going to blow through that person. Like you're just going, okay, that time I didn't do it. Let me just go through and it's the same lane and you don't switch it up. And, then you wonder, when you watch the matches over again, you go, oh man, I should have adjusted here. I could have did this. And, that's why you learn a lot from your losses. It's always a lesson learned. But man, hats off to Tim and all the guys that, had a hand in putting this production together, man. It was amazing. Great pay-per-view. I'm so glad that arm wrestling is doing pay-per-views, man. I'm glad that they're able to, raise some money and support the channels that are having these events, help out with whatever proceeds of the money goes to. I'm not sure how this works, how much money's made. But, I think it's good for the sport, man. And I think the production is getting better. And I'm really happy to see these events. Every weekend I could watch an arm wrestling event, $5, $6, $10. I could watch one every weekend, man. And it's amazing to me and it's great. I love it. I love Saturday nights sitting around, watching some arm wrestling training. Incredible, man. I just want to say, arm wrestling is the greatest sport on the planet. It's so amazing. I'm just grateful to be a part of it, and I'm glad that So many people are supporting it, and I just see things growing from here, man. It's just a great time for the sport of arm wrestling. And guys, I really appreciate you watching the video. Really appreciate you supporting the channel, supporting arm wrestling, and get that work in today. Push yourself, train hard, and do the things that you have to do to be the champion you want to be.